We've been around for a long time. We've been around for 50 years.
Eurofound was one of the first agencies to be created, with the same tasks as we have today.
Indeed, that economic progress which we desire should enable us to raise our objectives in regard to the living standards and working conditions which we provide for ourselves. Briefly, it allows us to reflect on the quality of life.
Advances in new technology, shifts in cultures and values, increased competition, demographic changes, growing pressure for protection and enhancement of the environment. All these and many other factors have an impact on living and working conditions.
The work of Eurofound for all these 50 years was not only relevant, but we see a direct impact on the legislation. This is the knowledge, the time, the dedication, the motivation, the professional ability of many people that worked for Eurofound.
This long period allows us to have a very solid evidence base and provide trends.
You have to have reliable data. How do you build decades-long policies? How do you make huge investments in policies if you don't know what you're dealing with?
For 50 years, Eurofound has been a pillar of EU social policy, promoting and understanding social dialogue and collecting the evidence needed to develop policies. Its research on job quality, minimum wages and working conditions has helped us to shape key legislative initiatives.
Eurofound provides research-based knowledge and evidence to improve living, working and employment conditions in the European Union. We provide this research knowledge to policymakers across the European Union.
The Eurofound research not only is extremely good, but is also very credible. It acquires a center stage in any political debate.
It's a source of great pride for Ireland that Eurofound contributed so importantly to improvements in living and working conditions. Such a significant impact on the European project, on European integration.
Eurofound has contributed through its research to the gradual development of the European social policy. And of course, the tripartite setup of the organization has been a very important characteristic of the foundation.
One of Europe's superpowers is our ability to work together. And Eurofound replicates this. It brings together workers, it brings together employers and governments. We all sit at the table, talk about the real solutions, talk about really what the questions are that need to be researched.
Where I have seen for example, both the analytical capability and the tripartite nature of Eurofound be very valuable was post the 2004 enlargement.
For me, as a member of the European Parliament, the work of Eurofound is of great value when we work on improving the working conditions of Europeans. Your research and your workers' survey gives us empirical input on what we need to do as policymakers.
The recent work on the impact of artificial intelligence on working and living conditions and business performance is a good example of how Eurofound is producing up-to-date research that we will use for our initiative on algorithmic management and AI at the workplace.
I really would like to congratulate Eurofound for having already over 5 decades done excellent work. Congratulations how you adapt always to the changed necessities. So when we talk about working conditions, when we talk about everything in this field of work,
This is trying to understand the world of today and to create some fair conditions for all the citizens participating.
Climate and the climate transition, the climate crisis, precarity and working conditions that in many cases are not the best for young people. Eurofound can definitely help the European Union tackle some of these challenges.
At the moment, we're demanding quality jobs. There's a real value in Eurofound establishing how to measure the determinants of a quality job.
Eurofound notably is looking with good research on the trends in terms of the inactive parts of our society, then try to reconnect these people to the labor markets by having supportive policies.
Providing facts, but also communicating around the facts and making them more visible can help combat misinformation, I would say.
All our bright staff here at Eurofound is going to take up this challenge and make sure that Eurofound remains relevant in an agenda that ensures that Europe remains competitive at the global level.
We are happy to say that Eurofound is at a good place and ready to challenge also all the issues related to the future. This is the result of all this dedication of each and every member of Eurofound over the years. I think we have to be proud of that.